Listen, man, if you're struggling to lose weight, stop drinking, stop sniffing gear, I totally get it, man. I was in the same position. Tried everything. Tried diets, tried exercise, and nothing worked. But that was until I shifted my mindset. So listen, in this video, I'm gonna show you the top 3 mindset shifts that helped me completely transform my life. But watch until the end, because I've got a bonus one, number 4, that's gonna blow your mind, okay? So let's get into it. The first mindset trick was to focus on what's in my control. Now, this is something that the Stoics talk about in the Stoic philosophy, and they talk about how we need to focus on what is in our control. Now, when we think about it, not many things are in our control. The only real things that are in our control are our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, our desires, our perceptions, and our actions and our reactions, okay? Everything else is outside of our control. Now, this is something that was a massive game changer for me, because I always used to try and change the outside world. I was trying to fix this problem or trying to make sure life goes exactly the way I wanted it to go. And then when it didn't, I'd get more stressed out, I'd get more anxious, I'd get more angry, so I'd end up drinking more, I'd end up smoking more, I'd end up eating more, and then once again, it's a downward negative spiral, right? And that was until I started to focus on what was in my control. So I'd literally write them down. I'd write those things down. My thoughts, my emotions, my feelings, my attitudes, my desires, my reactions, my actions, and I'd write them down. And then in every single situation, I would ask myself, is this in my control? And then if it wasn't in my control, I let it go. And if it was in my control, then I started to change the things that was in my control. And when you think about it, it's your daily actions. It comes back to your habits. So the only thing that you can control is you. Your actions, your reactions, your desires, your will, your motivation, that's all within your control. And once you focus on that and let go of everything else, you realize that you are the one who's in control of your life, okay? So that's number 1. Okay, second mindset shift is your perspective, okay? This is also something that the Stoics talk about, but your perception is literally your superpower, okay? So something I like to explain to my clients is, imagine you have 2 people and they have exactly the same thing happen. Let's say they have their arm blown off. Now, person 1 reacts to that like, oh my God, my life's over. I'm never gonna be able to survive all of this. The second person looked at it like, wow, at least I'm still alive. At least I've got my other arm. At least I've got my legs, okay? Now that is the power of perception. We always have the opportunity to look at our situation, whatever's happening, from a different point of view. Now, something that I always seem to happen is when I'm in this mindset, I'm in this negative mindset, and I'm walking around and I'm all sorry for myself, I'm in the victim mindset, I literally will see someone in a fucking terrible position. Someone in a wheelchair, like a cripple, someone in a homeless person, whatever, right? And I look at that situation, I go, well, it could be worse, okay? And then I start to look at things in my life which have been worse than where I am right now. So one of the examples I like to use is when I was in the Marines, we did like 10 days without any food, any water, survival exercise in the middle of January in Dartmoor. It's freezing cold and I hated it. We got like 1 hour's sleep for like 10 days and I always refer back to that. Whenever I'm in a shit position, I'll use that power of perception and I'll say, okay, well, at least I'm not cold, or at least I've eaten today, or all I've got to do is sit in front of the laptop and work, right? I'm not cold. So this is where the power of perception will slice through any of these things and any of these thoughts and these negative perceptions about what's going on. So mindset number 3 is, it's not a diet, it's a change in lifestyle. Now, this was massive for my weight loss transformation and also stopping drinking, was to not allow myself to say I'm going on a diet or I'm going to stop drinking for a few weeks. This reason why is because it allows space in the subconscious mind to not accept that. The subconscious mind thinks, there's space, that he's not going to do that, okay, because it's going to end soon and I'm going to go back to that. But when we say I'm changing my lifestyle, I'm changing the way I eat, okay, this is to now say to the subconscious, okay, it's a new way of being. This is my new life, okay? This is how we go forwards. Instead of thinking, I'm going to go back to that because I'm just on a temporary diet, or I'm just stopping drinking for a couple of weeks, okay? This mindset was fucking powerful for me, okay? Because I would always go on diets and then I'd always slip back and go back to drinking, I'd go back to eating shit, and then it's this constant cycle, okay? But the change in lifestyle meant I'm not going back. There's no room in the subconscious mind to say, okay, I'm going back to that old way. No, it's a new way of living, new healthy lifestyle, new habits, okay? The reason we are where we are, fat, overweight, addicted to drugs, addicted to alcohol, all that sort of stuff, is because of our diet and because of our lifestyle habits, okay? So we need to change that mindset shift. It's not temporary. We're not going on a diet and changing it. It's a new way of living. This one, the bonus mindset shift, is to switch your mindset from victim mentality to taking responsibility for your life. Okay, now this is something that was massively for me, victim mentality for a good portion of my life. Why has this happened to me? I can't believe this situation. This ends up happening, okay? And living in that victim mindset puts you in a negative mindset, and like attracts like, and our thoughts and our feelings will create our reality. So if we're thinking in a negative, we're thinking, oh, this guy's a cunt, fuck this guy, fuck that girl, whatever, right? We, due to our thinking feeling loop, will create more thoughts and more feelings of exactly the same thing, and it's just a perpetual cycle, okay? So when we're in that negative mindset, when we're in that victim mentality, we will look for those circumstances in the outside reality to confirm what's happening inside, okay? But once we switch over to taking responsibility, now responsibility, it's in the name, it's literally the ability to respond. So once we take absolute responsibility for our own life, everything is on us, okay? Everything's our fault. Everything that's happened on us, right? We take full responsibility and we can start to then change our circumstances. And then we start to go back to number one and we look at what's in our control, okay? So listen guys, put those four mindset shifts into action, and I promise you it will completely shift your life. So drop a comment in the section below. Let me know if there's any others I've missed or any others that you can share with us. And if you need any help, any guidance, just drop a message, follow the link, and we can jump on a consultation call of no obligations. So thank you guys. Like and subscribe.